Peace. So up with that. Hey, what's up? I'm going through some personal issues right now, so I ain't in really one of my good moods. But I forgot about this book, and it gives some a good explanation of your birth chart. Real simple, like for beginners, so you can get kind of a broad understanding of what all this is. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of information. Turn the music down a little bit. It's that big crick. I'm just gonna read to you so you understand what's up. You know what I'm saying? This is it's called the astrology book, Encyclopedia of the Heavenly Influences. $10 cheap. Nothing much. Alright, so check it out. A natal chart is a symbolic picture of the heavens with respect to the earth at the moment of birth. The center of the chart is the location of the earth as if one were in outer space looking down at the North Pole. The 9 o'clock position is the eastern horizon. The 3 o'clock position is the western horizon. The 12 o'clock position is directly overhead. The 6 o'clock position is underneath your feet on the other side of the earth. Look for a symbol in one of the pie pieces that is in the circle with a dot in it. This is the glyph of the symbol of the sun. If you were born at sunrise, the sun glyph should be around 9 o'clock. If you were born around noon, the sun would be around 12, around sunset 3, midnight 6. Astrological influences manifest themselves primarily through the planets. For astrological purpose, the sun and moon are both regarded as planets. I told you, sun and moon planets. The glyph for each planet is present in the chart. To take some examples, the crescent moon represents the moon. The male symbol, a circle with the arrow sticking out of it, is the Mars glyph. The female symbol is the Venus glyph. These basic influences are modified according to the signs of the zodiac. The familiar 12 astrological signs, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, in which the planets are placed. Can y'all see that good? Okay. In which the planets are placed. The glyphs for the signs are present around the perimeter of the chart. Usually the signs are also located close to each planet symbol between two numbers. These numbers locate the exact position of the planet in terms of degree. You know that? Hold on, let me find the chart so I can show you exactly what they're talking about. Hold on, Paul. Alright, I had to go find a chart. Okay, listen, it says the signs of the zodiac, the 12 familiar zodiac signs, Aries, blah, 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 in which the planets are placed. The glyphs of the signs are present around the perimeter of the chart. So, see, that's Scorpio, Libra. The glyphs of the signs are placed around the chart. That's what they're talking about, okay? Alright, now, the glyphs of the signs are placed around the chart. Usually the signs are located close to each planet symbol between two numbers, okay? So the planet symbol, right, between two numbers. See, the planet symbol and the two numbers, that's the degrees. See, that's the sun, 17 degrees. This is my partner chart. Usually, okay, these numbers locate the exact position of the planet in terms of degrees and minutes in the circle. See, that's all they talking about. They're just explaining to you what this is. Signs on the outside, that's the 12 signs. And these are your planets, or and asteroids, because that counts too. That's your chart. This is that's your chart. Okay, the houses in which are placed, starting at the 9th position, which corresponds to the eastern horizon, moving counterclockwise. The houses are numbered 1 to 12. Thus, the first house begins at 9 and ends at 8. At the 8th position, the second house begins at 8. It ends at the 7 and so forth. In many charts, one will see the numbers of the houses around the center of the chart. It says, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Go counterclockwise. The first one is at 9 o'clock. The second house is at 8 o'clock. See? Third house is at 7. Fourth house is at 6. See? You just go around like that. The chart goes around counterclockwise like that. See what I'm saying? See? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, see, go counterclockwise. Okay? So that's all it's explaining to you. First it said signs and the planets, right? Signs and the planets, and then it said the houses. Houses on the inside. Okay? Now listen. The aspects, geometric angles between them, these can be represented by lines drawn between the planets in the middle of the chart or by a grid. The symbol identifying each angle is drawn along the aspect line on the grid. 215. This sounds confusing, but it will be clearer when you examine the chart. Planets located within 7 or 8 degrees of one another are conjunct. Conjunctions are typically not represented by aspect lines. Okay, so the lines is these. See, since my boy got a moon in Leo, and his ascendant is in Scorpio, that's a 90-degree angle, what they call a hard angle. So see, they drawing it so they got the lines. See, the same thing with his sun. He got a hell of a chart because I done told him his ascendant is exact opposite from his sun, and his moon is a 90-degree angle up here by his midhaven. That's your midhaven. So he got like, and it's apparent too with him. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So you understand what this is now. I mean, I kind of hope, at least with this, but we're going to keep reading. Listen, an oversimplification, but nonetheless useful rule of thumb is that planetary sign positions indicate personality, tendencies. Aspects between planets reflect how various components of one's personality interact with another. The house positions show how the personality manifests in the world. So you see, oversimplified but nonetheless useful, the rule of thumb is that planetary signs positions indicate personality tendencies. Aspects between planets reflect how various components of one's personality interact with each other. See, you got different minds in you. You know how you talk to yourself. Creek, stop. See, Big Creek is still hip hop because he don't try to make music to fit in. He just make what he wants. You know what I'm saying? His type. He got his message. That's hip hop. All this crap on the radio is what I just called it. Visually, in the astrological chart, the houses are the 12-piece pie that together form a basic framework of the horoscope. Sign divisions, where signs begin and end, are not represented in a conventional chart. If they were, one would have to draw another 12 lines, making a total of 24, which will result in cluttered appearance. The numbers and symbols that appear around the outside of the wheel indicate that where the houses begin and end with respect to the sign of the zodiac. So make a automatic shape. See the numbers on the outside, because his first house started 16 degrees Scorpio. They don't have them all out here, but they have them on the major ones, which is the first one, the fourth one, the seventh one, and the 10th one. The 10th one is called your midhaven. That's your career. So see, here's 22 degrees Leo. You see what I'm saying? That's what they said. The numbers and symbols that appear outside of the wheel indicate where the houses begin. See? So his first house starts at 16 degrees Scorpio. See? It's way, way deeper than just your sun sign. If he just know he a Taurus, that don't tell him none of this stuff. Oh, listen. Boy, I can't fuck with Creek. You know the old school whips. Whenever I come through, alright, listen. Use a glyph table to locate your planet. Note that the sign at the 9 o'clock position is your ascendant, also called the rising sign. That the sign beside the moon is your moon sign. Along with your sun sign, these are your 3 most important sign influences. It is common for people who know at least a little about astrology to describe themselves in terms of these 3 signs. I am a Taurus with the Aries moon and a Sagittarius rising, meaning that individual has a Taurus sun sign, an Aries moon sign, and a Sagittarius rising sign. You see how important this stuff is? Individuals can all be double signs or even triple signs if the moon sign and or rising sign is where the same as the sun sign. So you could be a triple Gemini. I know somebody that's a double Gemini. Grew up with them. Aspects can be represented by lines drawn between planets. Matter of fact, my wife a double Libra. I'm tripping. The aspects can be represented by lines drawn between planets by an aspect grid or both. In most aspect grid, let me show you. That's it right there. See, they got sun, and where the sun meets with Mars, right? They got, I think that's a conjunct sign. Let me see. Sun. No, it's not. Sun and Mars. Oh yeah, it is. No, it ain't. That's not a conjunction. What is that? I have no idea. But anyway, you see the triangle? That means trine. So that means Sun and Jupiter are trines. Let me see. Sun is in Taurus, so Jupiter has to be in Capricorn. Okay, see? See, 30 is, the trine is 120 degrees. Back up a little bit. So that's the aspect chart, what they talking about. So you can find out what aspects you have. See the line between the Sun and Jupiter? Because they're trine now, almost 120 degrees apart. That means they're in the same element. You see what I'm saying? I remember when I couldn't ride. Hey. Oh. So, you see what I'm saying? That's the aspect chart. That's what they talking about. Some of the minor aspects are semi-sextile. Hold on. These major aspects are conjunctions, oppositions, squares, trine. I just showed you trine. Sextile, 60 degrees. So that'll be like his sun and his, that's Pallas. Styrofoam cup inside a styrofoam cup. Oh, that's Lilith. I can use that. Lilith and his son is sextile. See what? Lilith and his son. Son. They're funny with the thing. Then need a verse for free. And Lilith. Sextile. 60 degrees. Because that's an earth sign. And that's a water sign. Earth and water go good together. 60 degrees. It's called sextile. The balance of the appendix provides concise interpretations for every minor component of the chart. The reader will find that interpretations of some positions will say almost exactly the opposite of what the other interpretations say. Although these oppositions sometimes indicate conflicting tendencies within the personality, more often than not, one tendency will be stronger and win out over the other. The reader should also note that such piecemeal delineations can provide only the building blocks of a chart interpretation. The ability to meaningfully synthesize astrological information rather than simply listing interpretations of an individual component of a chart is the mark of an exceptional astrologer. That's why I be like, I could just tell you some stuff, right? But ultimately, you gotta get this for yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody know you like you. And unless you want to give me all your personal information, you know what I'm saying, for me to really study you, then it's best if you learn this for yourself. That's why I try to teach you can learn it for yourself. So I'll finish this another day. Well, because, you know, you can read it if you want to. Matter of fact, the following was written by Michael, my boy, for a personal reading. Hit him up if y'all want to. All around my child. All right. At the time of your birth, the planets, through their configurations and relationships, tell us something about how things were when you were born. Each planet points to a special quality. Every time I come down. That's my part right there. I would not say. That's my part, my bad. All right, at the time of your birth, the planets, through their configuration relationship, tells quality. Okay, each planet points to special qualities within us. Yet, all of the planets, the two most important to the astrological are the lights, the sun and the moon. From where we stand here on Earth, the great shining sun by day reflecting the moon by night are our constant companions. They have much to tell us to where we have been and where we are headed. Damn, that was difficult. Anyway, well, I ain't finna read all that, because look, sun, moon, all in the business side of your Facebook. Just got your Instagram and your Facebook. With the right hand on. Alright, look, I'm gonna read Saturn, because Saturn just hit Capricorn. Saturn indicates in each of our astrology charts where we will be bound to learn, baby. Like it or not, Saturn is said to be the great teacher, the planet that keeps us from getting too carried away in one direction or another. Although it always seeks to limit and to determine any thought, word, or action, it also defines and clarifies. That's Saturn. Saturn just hit Neptune. Saturn just hit Neptune. Saturn just hit Capricorn. It's home. I will never chase after you. Organizational problem. You have a tendency to avoid taking charge or responsibility and may need to accept a more disciplined and serious approach to life. Learn to enjoy hard work, preserve, learn how to manage. You may feel uncomfortable in the public eye. It's the next 3 years for the planet. So you dig? So I hope I proved a point. I hope you got it. If not, leave a comment and ask. Peace.